All right, man. So we having a debate on the internet. I think it was NBA.com or so. Yeah, they ranked the players in the East. And they put Paolo Brancho over Cade. I'm a huge Paolo fan. Obviously, I'm a bigger Cade fan. They right there. I like Cade because he played for the Pistons. But yeah, I don't see by what measurables Paolo better than Cade. At one point, kind of started off that way because Cade was getting injured. And we could have had Paolo. Once again, we got jerked out of the draft. Cade was actually campaigning for the Pistons to draft Paolo Brancho. But right now, some people may even argue that Paolo is not the best player on his team. That honor may go to Franz Wagner. All right. And when you look at the Pistons, there's not another player that's as good as Franz Wagner or Paolo Brancho right now in the Pistons as we speak, and that's just the honest truth. And that's not being disrespectful, nothing like that. But they got a good team. But Cade more points per game. I think it might be a 3 rebound difference, and that's crazy with Paolo being a power forward. Cade blowing them out the numbers and assists and field goal shooting and 3-point shooting and free throw shooting. So, excuse me, by any stretch of the imagination, Cade is better statistically. And obviously, Cade make his teammates better. And Paolo missed some time last year. It happens with these young guys today. But in my opinion, it ain't even close. It ain't even close. You know what I'm saying? And Cade is starting to really separate itself. And one thing I'm gonna like when I see I'm probably going to like when you see it. And when they continue to get him that next score, whether it be Ivy or Ron or Sar, they go somewhere else and get that next score. How people see how he affects the game, how he makes players better. That's really going away. I mean, LeBron is a dying breed. LeBron makes everybody better. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as the game easier, you know, the way he facilitates, in his prime, he just takes a load off of guys. Certain guys, some guys he take away from like a power forward. That is what it is. But a lot of guys like Boobie Gibson, Damon Jones, a lot of those guys had some of their best years, right? Look at a guy like Rajon Rondo. He made the game easier for those guys in Boston. I mean, Chris Paul, wherever he went, they turned it around. He just has the ability to make the game easier for a lot of guys. And I think Jason Kidd, I think he's the poster child for that with Isaiah Thomas. I think Isaiah Thomas is the greatest point guard, especially smaller guard. Think about it. When people talk about Isaiah Thomas, think throughout history, there's never been a point guard like Isaiah Thomas, without another top 50 player or top 75 player who led this team in the championship. He was the guy. Think about that for a minute. Isaiah Thomas was the guy. 6'2", about 6'2". That's considered a smaller guard. He was the guy. He was the guy. There wasn't no Will, or there was no Bill Russell. There was no Scotty. There was no Kareem or Magic. Because you go both ways that way. No Diddy. I mean, when you start looking down the list of guys since the 80s, I think late 70s, you have Bill Walton. I don't remember who was on that team, but, you start thinking, real talk, when you start looking at the championship team since the Blazers, I think Bill Walton was maybe the only person. Don't quote me on Bill Walton, but let's just say 80s, right? You think about it, because remember that first Laker team that won it with Magic played center. They had Jamal Wilkes. Jamal Wilkes he had a 40 piece in that game that Magic played center. People forget that he had a 40 piece. Jamal Wilkes, I think it was about a 40 piece. Magic, Kareem. I mean, Jesus Christ, you go Bird, the big chief, McHale, Bird, Dennis Johnson. I mean, you keep going, man. That was it. Michael Jordan, Scotty, Michael, Horace. And through the 2000s, 90s, Hakeem. Hakeem is the only one. Maybe Walton, Isaiah Hakeem, but obviously Isaiah's the only guard. You go through the 2000s. Kidd almost did it. The Pistons and the Lakers, and but other than that, Kobe and Shaq. Kobe never won without Shaq. Shaq never won it without Kobe, even with Penny. So Robinson, you know, Duncan, Parker, Kawhi, Manu, Duncan, Dwayne, LeBron, Bosh, KG, Rondo, Ray Allen, Perkins, Pierce. I mean, you can. I was in the last. You know, Steph had a hell of a squad in the last what 80, 90, 2000, 2000, 2010. And the last 4 decades, Isaiah Thomas, and probably without history, to be honest, is the only smaller guard or point guard that lead their team to the championship. Multiple titles. Let's just talk about one. That's it. Everybody else had a running mate, other unless they was a big fella like Walton in the late 70s or King. Everybody had another top running mate. And I see that in Cade where he making a lot of guys better. You know, with the ball, and I think without the ball, he a stud. I think you're gonna see more of that once you know you get Ivy back. You get some more scorers in there. I don't really think he wanted. I don't really think he wanted. His first aim is to score a bunch of points. I've seen sometimes where he got 2 or 4 points at the half, he facilitating, and then when they need him to take off, and that he's at the point where Chauncey was when he got to Detroit and figured it out, and he had at a young age. So I think Paolo's phenomenal. You know what he does, with his back to the basket, what he can do, 3-level score just like Cade. You know, defensively, you know he gonna continue to get better. I like to see the rebounds go up a little bit more, but right now you comparing the guy that was an MVP candidate in Cade who turned it around, and obviously Orlando would have turned it around, but you know he got an ace. You know, Franz Wagner, now they add Desmond Bane. So I don't really think it's it's really a competitive thing right now. I think it's Cade by far. I think Cade is probably one of the 3 best players in the East: Giannis, Brunson, Cade, and Donovan Mitchell's right there. Tyrese Heidenberg, one of the 4 or 5 best guys. I got to throw them guys in there because Halliburton gets so much disrespect, you know, and he should have been a Piston. But hey, nonetheless, yeah, them the 5 best players in the East. Giannis, Bronson. I'll probably get Mitchell, Mitchell just because what he been doing and how long he been doing it. Burton, and then I'll probably give it to Cade, man. I got to give Hallie some love, man. I think they be hating on him. So, yeah, they're in the 5-5. So, and let's see, it's a lot of these brothers can stay healthy, and then they can keep going up and up and up and up. So, but right now, Cade definitely surging hard. He put another year together like he did and keep going in the right direction. I just think his health for the Pistons, him, and then, like I said, maybe a Malik Monk type of player, Zion Williams same type of player away. But hey, check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. Hit the link tree. You can find me everywhere. Peace.